I'm a beast boy! And like he slow pokes.
How did you get started with long distance events?
Zap, my friend Zap, looked at this Yes Theory video, and at the time I was a huge Yes Theory fan, and it was a Wim Hof video. It was when Yes Theory went to somewhere cold, and they met this guy Wim Hof, and he was about pushing your limits through the cold and kind of, working with your mind and beat the cold. And he's like, yo, dude, let's do a cold shower challenge for 30 days. And I'm like, hey, yo. And I was dating this girl at the time, and she's run the LA Marathon, and she's like, you guys should do something really hard, like the marathon that's next week. And keep in mind, like I was his personal trainer at the time, so I was in pretty good shape, but the most I ran in my life was like 2 miles. My first marathon I've done, it totally kicked my butt. I ran it in 6 hours, very poor time, but after that, it just taught me like, hey, that was really hard, but I love it. I just love the pain with it, and I just love the support from the community, and it was super awesome just getting that medal at the end and getting to celebrate with your friends. One time I went to my upstairs neighbor because I let them borrow my drill, and I just told them about my marathons and etc. And they're like, you gotta read this book. It's called Can't Hurt Me. And I'm like, bet.
That person who said you couldn't do something, weren't fast enough, good enough, smart enough, where the f you may be, use it for energy. In life, we have to continue pushing past the odds. Use everything this world has to give you for fuel. Stay hard.
David Goggins just really connected with me. And through that book, I found out about a lot of things, including the Ironman. And I didn't even know it was possible. I didn't know a race existed like that.
Did you do a homemade Ironman as well?
Oh,
that's right.
Homemade Ironman. Ooh, that was a special one.
Good morning, you guys. You scared?
About to swim 2.4 miles in the ocean, do a 112-mile bike ride, run a marathon, haven't exercised in 2 months, haven't done anything. That's it.
You're ready.
No, because this is open water. I felt really cocky on that way, coming back so quick. I was talking so much smack over there. The boats and logs. Hey!
Woo! You got this.
People, fortunately, things didn't go the way we planned. I had 2 very bad crashes. I saved the kid's life, but not ramming into him at 20 miles an hour with the race. So I had sacrificed my elbow. There's like a huge bump on it, and it's just too dark to continue. Plus, I have a stats test I haven't learned anything for, so I have to do 5 weeks of stats. I am super physically capable of running a marathon right now, but it's just like I'll be done by like 3 in the morning, and school's important because so we got to transfer. But the most important thing I want you people to get out there is that just try it. Like that's exactly what I did, and I'm really happy I did. And when it's official, we'll get it done.
Good things take time. You just have to take little steps again and again and again until you get it done. So when I was younger, I was predicted to never be able to walk again. Now, whenever you get that diagnosis from doctors, the first couple, like what's going through your head? You're like, hey, that's it. Am I bound to be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life? What am I gonna do? How am I gonna talk to people? Like, your whole life changes because we all know that people with disabilities are not treated equally. And I have two very large scars on both my hips from my surgeries. But what do you know, that prognosis that I got when I was younger to, again, never walk again, to competing in Ironman, marathon, triathlons just shows that anyone can do it. Like, I don't give a damn if you say, oh, I don't have the time to train or whatever, just go out there. And that applies to anything. Anything you want to get done, it's all in here. And I really like appreciate it, like during like most of my races, people see that I run a little funny, is that like I always get a lot of support from other athletes, either like a high five, or they just say, this kid is on a mission, he's gonna get it done.
Take us to Arizona.
Yeah, so we get to Arizona, Parn still talks a lot of smack. I was in Peru, and I remember like again Parn telling me something like, oh, I'm gonna kick your ass or something like that. And I'm like, oh yeah? Bet. So I come back from Peru and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get serious about this. I'm gonna start researching it. So I bought everything that I needed. I bought aero bars, I bought new shoes, I bought every powder, like endurance like powder in the world. I found out that salts were a thing, that they actually help you to go further to prevent cramping. I didn't know that. Everything I did prior was just on water because I thought everything just dehydrates you. And I started going hard. My short workout days were 3.5 hours long. Can you imagine that's your short workout? And then my long days were 4.5 hours. That was the bike days. Again, that's every day, except Sundays. And on Saturday, I would do a 100-mile bike ride and swim. So I went pretty hard. So for 2 months, like it was just like the grind, just all day Ironman boot camp. And by the time it was game day, I knew I was ready. And the party's going down. Like, there was no question about it.
How do you feel?
I'm full. Ooh, that should be commercial, bro. Ooh, yeah.
Creamy.
Comes to pop, bro.
Who's your biggest inspiration leading into this? David Goggins?
My biggest inspiration is croissant.
Old 22-year-old Ivan Borzenko. You are an Ironman, Ivan. Yeah, way to get her done.
I hate cardio. I hate working out. I want to eat potato chips and lay on the couch. Dude. Yeah, that's what I do. Yellow. Dude, wait, are you sure? Harness 13 more miles? Dude, so, okay, I was mile 18, I saw Parn mile 11. Oh, you saw me? No, and then I was on mile 21, and I saw him on mile 19.
And I'm like, what the f?
Pain is temporary, pardon talking trash is forever. That was my mindset. that was my mindset, and I'm like, all right, I don't care how steep it gets. I don't care how tired I am. I don't care how much my feet hurt. And I finished, and I go to the medical tent to ice my knees right away. And then I'm like waiting there for Parin, and I'm like, where did Parin go? And it ends up that guy that I thought was a mile 11, that wasn't Parin. It was some other guy that was wearing the same outfit as Parin, that was also Indian. And that also responded when I said, let's go Parin. So I guess that was another Parin. I think if I had to leave a message to everyone, and I think I've heard this somewhere, but I always like to say this quote, is whenever we're younger, again, we're in kindergarten, you go to any kindergarten class, and you ask little kids, like, what do they want to do when they're older? They'll give you all those cool things, like actor, athlete, you know, exciting things that people want to be. But as soon as when we get older, people tell us to be more realistic, set certain expectations for us. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, like you have to be professional and do that, X, Y, and Z. And I think you just have to stay true to yourself and just really know what you want. And that's like why, like that's like kind of the message behind Dreamer Script. Like what we try to do here is just to not forget your dream. Like I think every single person has something they're passionate about, something they've always wanted to get done, but somewhere along the line in life, society tells you, oh, you can't do that. Oh, like get a normal job. And sometimes you just can't because life gets in the way. Like that's okay. But even if life gets in the way at a certain moment, you just have to, again, get up, keep going forward. That's the number one thing. Is no matter how hard it gets, no matter if you get a flat tire at mile 90 and it's 105 degrees outside, no matter if you get hypothermia during the swim, no matter what, if like, let's say you have a business and no one's replying to your emails, just gotta keep going forward, keep taking punches, keep at it, because one day you will get it. It might be a day, a month, a year, 10 years from now on. But if you really love what you do, and it's truly your dream, you will find a reason to keep going.